Good morning, everyone. It's Peachy. And today we have a sort of special episode of No Spoiler Guide to Blank. Today we are going to talk about We Best Love. And as you know, or may not know, there are 2 seasons, but the seasons did come out within a month of each other, and they were filmed at the same time. So I would heavily recommend if you're going to watch it, you might as well just watch it all the way through. There's only 6 episodes in each season, and they're only, I think, 30 minutes long each. So it's not like too much of a time consumption. And I really think that'd probably just be your best bet to like kind of look at it as like one big season. So with that said, I am going to talk about both of them today because why not? They kind of flow into each other. And so I thought this would be the easiest route. So if you don't want to hear about season 1 or season 2, I'm sure I'll have some timestamp somewhere so you can kind of skip it or whatever you want. So season 1, We Best Love, number 1 for you. It is not a simple thing to like someone because many times we dare not say anything. If first place is the only way to make you see me, then I will never lose to you before you fall in love with me. Zhao Sui stared at the class report and saw Gaoshida's name above him again. He didn't understand. He had always ranked second ever since Gaoshida came into his life. For this reason, he was excited to go to college and parted ways. He hoped to never see Gaoshida again. In college, he joined the swimming club and was revered by everyone. He was happily enjoying college life until Gaoshida suddenly appeared at the swimming competition during their senior year. This made him wonder why Gaoshida always followed him wherever he went. Little did he know that Gaoshida had eyes for him and would never let him go. Now this show is set in the country of Taiwan, although one of the main characters, Sui, is half Japanese in real life and in the show. There are 6 episodes in this season, and there is 1 special episode as well, so overall there is 7. The main couple. So the main couple in this show is Sui and Gaoshida. Now, Sui is half Japanese, like I said, and that is kind of I don't know if it's a plot point or a character point in the show. He is supposed to have like an accent. Of course, if you don't know Mandarin, it's kind of hard to pick up. Like, I can't, but yeah, I've heard that is part of his character and things like that. He is on the surface kind of bratty, kind of like very blunt, but in reality, he really is like a very caring like person who does think about people a lot. Now, Gaoshida, he is very confident, very hardworking. He very much wants to do whatever he can to get what he wants. That sounds ominous, and I'm trying not to make it spoilery, but that's not really that spoilery. He's just kind of stupid sometimes, you know? He does some questionable things, but we love him anyways, you know? The genre of the show. So I would consider the genre of the show just to be a drama. Nothing too heavy, nothing too light. There's definitely, you know, some drama. So yeah. Trigger warnings. So I was a little confused on how to word what I thought the trigger warnings in the show were. So I'm literally going to read word for word what I typed out. I typed slightly toxic-y behavior. If you really think about it, you kind of go, that's a little weird. So take that and do what you want with it, all right? Kisses. In this show, there are 3 kisses. And just like I say in the other videos, when I say kisses, if there is a scene where technically their mouths separate and then they go back in, the whole scene to me is 1 kiss. So just so you know, just so that's out there. 3 kisses. Chemistry. Okay, their chemistry, 10 out of 10. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Literally, their chemistry with each other carries the show. I think the show is good. I like their chemistry so much. Like, they work together so well. And it's like, it's so like intense and feels very genuine. Happy ending. Does the show have a happy ending? Yes, it does. Quality of production. So this means camera work, lighting, things like that. I thought it was really good. It never took me out of the show. Nothing weird ever happened. If anything, it was, I think, above average. Like, I thought it was very beautifully shot. They had really good angles, really good shots. I really liked it. Yeah. Quality of acting. Oh God, guys. Seriously, I had to pull myself back when I was talking about their chemistry to not just start going off. Seriously, 10 out of 10. Amazing, beautiful, never been done before. I mean, probably, but the level like of emotion that they produce and portray is so like realistic. It's scary. Like there is one scene in particular that like had me just like in awe. I was like, wow, that is probably the most real scene of that kind of nature that I have like seen. Like they just know how to play off each other so well. And I'm assuming it has something to do with the writing as well, like the pacing of everything. Their acting is so good. And especially because I think this was Yu, who is Sui, his first acting role as well. And I know he was really hard on himself, but he did amazing. Like he did amazing. Amazing. Acting, amazing. That's what I have to say. My overall opinions. It's a show where you get very attached to the characters. The whole series is seriously my number one favorite show at the moment. And I think it's one of the best shows that's come out in the last year for sure. Like, for sure. I know there are some mixed opinions out there. I know, I don't know. Some people have an issue with storyline, but I think it's because this show is really revolved around the relationship of like the main couple. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like why add unnecessary drama if you don't need to, right? So yeah, that's my overall opinion. Those are my final thoughts. Do I recommend the show? Of course. Of course I do. Please go watch it right now, please. Where to watch it? So this show is on WeTV or Tencent depending on the region you're in. Or you know, Daily Motion, maybe, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it might be there, you know. Okay. Now that's all for season 1. So I'm going to leave a little bit of space here and then we're going to move on to season 2. All right, season 2 of We Best Love is Fighting Mr. Second. The sequel to Number 1 for You takes place 5 years after Zhao Sui and Gao Shida graduate from college. Their story will unfold as they juggle work responsibilities with the priorities of their personal lives. Again, season 2 also has 6 episodes, and there are 2 special episodes which supposedly are coming out, so altogether that would be 8. Now, since this is the second season, the main couple is still Sui and Gao Shida. They are technically the same. There is a lot of character growth, development. There is changes because obviously there is a time skip, a time jump. So of course, some people change, of course, over time. But I just wanted to include here because there is technically a main side couple. I will talk about them now. So there is Xiaoyi, which is actually Gao Shida's cousin who we meet in the first season. I'm really trying to draw the line here of no spoilers. But in the first season, we meet him. He is a nurse at the school. And we also get a glimpse of his counterpart of his relationship in this season through like past flashbacks and things like that. He's a very stoic and blunt guy. He's very charismatic, at least to me. And yeah. So his counterpart is Zanzan. And I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong. We know him from, again, glimpses from the first season. It is known that he has Asperger's syndrome. So his social interactions are a bit different, but he's seriously very endearing. And I personally really love him and I love his character. I love him. So yeah. genre. So the genre of season 2, I would say, is drama and angst. 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 So much angst. Yes. Trigger warnings. Now, in season 2, there is some so non-consensual things. People also have mixed opinions on the details pertaining to this particular scene, but in the end, it is obviously still has like the feeling of a non-con scene. So it's up to you and your own outlook on the story and the characters and their mindsets in that scene. And then also the other trigger warning is violence. Lots of slapping and things like that. Kisses. Now, somebody seriously correct me down below if I'm wrong, but I believe there are 5 kisses. And I have included multiple couples because, I'm looking at the whole season. So, yes, altogether 5 kisses. Chemistry. Of course, just like in season 1, 10 out of 10, because C and Gaushida, man, their chemistry is off the charts, like as we said. Now, the side couple, I think their chemistry is okay. I would probably give them like a 6 out of 10, but I really think the more we would see them, the more we'd get to know them. Because again, their relationship is just appearing on screen in this season. Does season 2 have a happy ending? Yes, it does. Quality of production. So just like in season 1, of course, I think the production was great and it was good. And I think it really helped to show the emotions. Like, I think the production and camera work really helped to let the acting of the actors shine. Quality of acting. Honestly, and this is my personal opinion, I think it was even better than season 1 because they had to show more complex emotions and the actors like really get to shine in like a different light than they did in season 1. Although of course there were like emotional scenes and complex scenes in season 1. But like this season was just kind of a whole nother can of worms. And I think they did seriously an amazing job. They did so good. And if you watch season 2, I really, really, really recommend you watch the behind the scenes and stuff. Because it's like the actors try so hard. And I think it really does take a toll because they get so into the part that they're playing. So 10 out of 10. I love them. They're great freaking actors. God. My overall opinions. A lot more emotional and intense than season 1. There are some things I wish were added or excluded, but overall, I think it's an amazing show. And we love to see a show that's not in the setting of school. Of course, it was in the setting of like a company, a business workplace. I will point out that there are mixed feelings out there that I have seen online about season 2. Yes, some choices and plot points are a bit frustrating and that might have you like screaming at your screen a little bit. But to me, it was very in line with the characters and left me guessing what the hell like was gonna come next. And I found that pretty entertaining. So it's really up to your own interpretation if you like it or not, because I really have seen mixed things. Like I've pretty much been on board that I love this series. And I don't know if that comes from the plot or because of my love for the characters, but either way, to me, it doesn't really matter because in the end, it all meshes together and I think it's great. Do I recommend season 2? Yes, I do. I think for sure, if you're going to watch season 1, I heavily recommend you watch season 2. I don't think you can watch season 2 without season 1. I will say that though. Just because honestly, you'll be too lost and it won't even be fun for you, honestly. So I think you really, 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 really need season 1. If you're going to watch any season 1 or 2, watch season 1. And if you don't want to watch season 2, okay. But like, if you just watch season 2, it just won't make any sense. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. Now, where to watch this? Just like with season 1, you watch it on WeTV or Tencent or Dailymotion. All right, guys, that's the end of it. I hope this helped you in some way. If you're having doubts or you need a little bit more information on the show, like trigger warnings and things, if you've heard things floating around on the internet, hopefully this was helpful. And again, if you saw something that I made a mistake on, like number of kisses, trigger warnings I happen to miss, do leave them down below. Just please, no spoilers. And that's also included if you watch the show after you watch this or something like that, and you want to tell me how you like it. I would totally love that. But just try not to include little details like that. You can always go to my other videos I've made on We Best Love, because I have a video for every episode of it. And you can still scream at me on there. I see the comments and all that stuff. So yeah, I hope you'll have a great day, and bye.